Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Heroes of Bastion. Hope you're having a lovely day. Thank you so much for joining us, and we are so happy to be back, happy to be telling this story once again, and we want to thank all of you at home who made this possible for us to come together and record a second season of the show. Really quick, just in case you don't know them, I would like to have my players go around and introduce themselves, who's their character, what playbook they're playing, and one silly fact about their character. And I'm gonna roll randomly and make one of you go. Chris.
It's the ha 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 for me. But hello, I am Chris, or Hamasamakun. That's HAMASAMAKUN on all social media platforms. I will be playing Rally, who has changed playbooks. Originally I was the Beacon, but in this one I am the Innocent. And we will see why eventually. One fun fact about Rally is in the interim between Season 1 and Season 2, he released his own game based off of like the Heroes of Bastion and Effigy, and it's doing pretty well.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Throw it off to one of your compatriots.
Take it away, Ree.
Hi, I'm Ree, or Relentless on all social media platforms, and I play Lilac Marie Rosie. Oh no, what? Lilac Marie Roseanne Everbright. There we go. There were so many names I forgot. And she is the Legacy playbook and has continued to be the Legacy playbook. And one fun fact about my character is that she is no longer as put together as she once was, and not as shallow. Well, I mean, not as. It doesn't mean she's not, but not as. And that's probably the funnest she gets. She's probably not that fun. That's the fun fact. She's not that fun. But, yeah. Take it away, Cam.
Oh god, I can't think of fun facts. Okay. I wasn't prepared. Hi, I'm Cam. My pronouns are they, them. You can find me at cam.anator or at cam_anator on all social media. And I play Alaya Luna Everbright. I am the younger sister of Lilac. I am not the younger sister of Ree in real life, although I would love to be.
That's the fun fact?
No, that's my own personal fun fact. And I play the Scion, which, if you don't know, is the child of a supervillain. I'll let you guess which of my parents that is, because it is up for debate depending on who you ask. And my fun fact is that Alaya is still in a high school relationship. Let's see if it lasts through college. With Jackson.
Heroes of Bastion, the college years.
The college years. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
It's going relatively well, for all things considered. There was a coma in there.
believe it's a very healthy
There was a moment there, probably at the end.
There was a moment there, yeah. There was.
Yeah.
You mean when you punched him through a wall?
I was thinking the time when I kneed him in the balls could have ended it, but yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for those introductions, players. And before we get started really quick, we're going to have a quick word from our sponsors who helped make this happen, and we'll be back in a second. As a D&D or TTRPG content creator, one of the most common things I get in my comment sections or in my chat is people asking that, I want to play, but I'm so busy. We have a group, we just don't have a GM. You get the point. People want to play games, but either they're too busy, they don't have a GM, they don't have a group. All these things are keeping them from playing, but they still really, really want to play. Well, that's where StartPlaying.games comes in. A website where you can search not only by what game you want to play, what your experience level is, but also what your schedule is. So if you know you're only free on Fridays at 5, you can search by that and find hundreds of games by verified GMs that you could join. Also, you can search whether you just want to join a one-shot, you want to join a campaign, you want to do something more serious, you want to do something more funny. You can search by all of these things to find the perfect game and the perfect group for you. All you gotta do is head over to startplaying.games, sign up, and have a good time. What are you doing? The video's over. Go to startplaying.games. Play some games. It's been 3 years since the Heroes of Bastion stopped the patron from taking over the city and using it as his own personal buffet and petri dish. 3 years since Nethyra sacrificed herself to save her friends, and give the city a chance. Over the years, the city has healed and recovered from the events of that night. Rally, Alaya, and Lilac, and Erevan were all made official heroes of the city, allowing them to operate officially as heroes and no longer as vigilantes. They were given an official headquarters thanks to the Everbright Foundation, dubbed the Iron Novelium, which not only is a place for them to operate out of to keep all of their equipment, all of types of things, but it also has a public space to allow for interaction with the public, a community space, those types of things over the years. Allowing them to continue to keep the city safe in an official capacity rather than a vigilante capacity, as I said, but only truly minor threats arose over these past 3 years. Bank robberies, car thefts, those types of things, but it wasn't anything that they couldn't handle as a group. In the past year, a political group known as the Founders has gained traction and control by pushing the original doctrine of the city that it was based on when it was founded, which was that Bastion should stay isolated from the rest of the world and that Novum and the world outside is not safe. And because of what happened at prom 3 years ago, it's kind of helping their narrative being pushed on the rest of the public. That the city itself, their grand plan, should be turned into a vessel, leave Novum, and travel the stars to find a home that is safe and fit for Bastion. This political party has polarized the city. Some people are pushing to stay, some people are pushing to leave, some people just want to leave the city and experience Novum for the first time. But tensions truly are high in our city. But our heroes today are not worried about politics, they're not worried about minor crimes, they're worried about other things. Graduation, college applications. What the hell are they going to do with the rest of their lives? And we're going to start with Lilac. Lilac, would you mind telling us how you look 3 years later, and where do we find you on the day of your sister and your good friend Rally's graduation?
So, Lilac is she's grown a little bit in height, only a tad. So with her heels that she usually wears, she's about 5'8" in height. I think I initially described her as frustratingly perfect hair. It is no longer the case. Her hair is no longer flowing perfectly down her back. It is now pulled out into a loose ponytail. It still looks cute. It's not messy, but it's just not perfect. As she wears that back, and she now has very soft bangs and curls around the side of her face. She still wears designer, but probably a bit more casual, like the Chanel sort of style jacket, that recycled tweed going, but with some high cut jeans instead of the full shebang skirt look and everything. Her makeup's very simplistic and very natural, and one of her key things is that she has very just simply done French manicured nails instead of anything colorful or anything like that. Her general demeanor is a lot less haughty. As she probably walks towards the school, she would probably try to be at least a little bit early to the graduation just to make sure she gets the best seats. And because she couldn't stand the idea of being late for it. And her general demeanor is she holds herself with confidence, but she's not demanding the space as she walks like she used to. And she probably has over her shoulder just a very decently sized satchel sort of thing, where she probably has a work laptop that she has with her just in case she has spare time to work or study. As she comes into her old school, because she is now a first-year college major in political sciences.
Very nice. And so you are making your way to the graduation field, to where it's taking place? Okay. So you make your way out, and you see chairs are beginning to get set up on this massive football field. Things are beginning to get arranged, and you see Dia is out there, who is still the principal of the school. As they are basically directing people and telling people to go over here and this, that, and the other thing, looking a little exasperated as they're, trying to organize everything, make the last minute touches. But you see that before you.
Dia, Mom, how are you doing?
Oh, hi, honey. And she comes up and gives you a quick hug and a kiss on the forehead.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Just trying to get everything together, everything in line, slowly but surely.
I can see that.
Yep. The band is being a little difficult. As you see, like they they're kind of like in the middle of the bleachers, and they're all practicing. She's like, we're trying to get them to be quiet and be on the left side of the bleachers, but they just aren't, listening.
I got it. Give me like 1 minute, and I'll get that sorted for you and get on with the other things.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, it's so fine. She'll like adjust the satchel on her shoulder, kind of like toss her hair over her shoulder, and that kind of haughtiness comes back to her quite naturally as she heads over to where the band are.
Okay. You head over to the band, and you see it's like a section of like 40 kids, all like playing, their music kind of discordantly, some in like sync with others, some not so much, and they're just kind of like not really listening to their band director who's telling them to move, all those types of things.
Excuse me? Hello?
Are you trying to get the whole group's
yeah,
attention,
she'll get the
or
whole
just,
group's
like, what?
attention. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. So you see they all like some of like the trumpets like as they all kind of like turn to look as the group turns to look at you.
All right, hello, hi. If you don't recognize me, you should. I'm Lilac. And we're gonna need you to take a hot moment, take a breather, and listen to what everyone's been trying to tell you. You're not meant to be sat here. You're meant to be sat on the left-hand side, and we're gonna need you to zip it. How's that?
Can you give me? Let's see. Can you give me? I don't know if provoke someone is the right one, but
I do have a move, which is called Symbol of Authority. When you give an NPC an order based on authority they recognize, I can roll Savior.
yeah, do that. Let's do it.
So that's gonna be my Savior was a +3 on that, so that's a 9.
A 9. You see, there's like a wave of fear that kind of rolls through the audience of these teens who they do know you, and they thought you were gone, like Lilac had moved on to college.
I thought they were 3.
And they thought they were free, and then they see you demanding before them, and like they all immediately stiffen, remembering the experience of the Ice Queen walking through the halls, and they all immediately shift, like in one unit, shift to the left as they all scuttle over the side. Even the band director like is afraid to meet your gaze as they all make their way over to the left side of the bleachers.
Good. And remember what I said. Not a sound. You should practice beforehand, remember?
They all sit quietly with their instruments in their lap, just staring at the ground.
Good. Okay. And then she'll head back over to Dia, and like that haughtiness comes away. She heads back over. She goes, "That's all sorted now for you."
How did you do that?
Do what?
Like gestures to the dead silent, like sitting peacefully and quietly band section. What did you say to them?
Sometimes you really just have to try and see things from their perspective and connect with them on that level.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's big. That's big of you. Good for you.
Thanks. She'll like shoot a glare like off to the side at them, and then like glance back.
It's one guy who was like looking, just looks down, sweats immediately. And so Dia like kind of like turns to you, like loosens the tie that they're wearing a little bit while they're outside, and goes, "So, how has everything been going?"
Well, it's going good. So political studies, a lot of studying apparently. And arcane studies as a minor also doesn't lessen the studies truly. But we're keeping at it. I did join the journalism club though, so it means
That's
that
great.
Yeah, it's great. It's so good. It's free time is honestly a thing of the past now, honestly. Yeah. It's
I don't think you had free time before either.
No, I didn't. I actually didn't. So now it's this is fun though, which is nice, and it's my own thing that I get to do. And you see like she's got like her hand on her satchel because she's just like, if this finishes up soon enough, I can do some more work.
So I mean that's great. I'm glad to hear it. But how are you?
Did I not just answer that? Was
You told me a lot about like what you've been doing,
oh
but not how you are.
I'm exhausted. I'm truly exhausted. I'm actually shattered every day. It's been a lot. But you know, there's this girl I met in journalism club who's really nice.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, her name's
Great.
Vivian.
Like a friend?
Yeah, she's
or a friend?
no, a friend. God.
Okay.
It hasn't been that long since Aravan and I, so.
Right. Have you heard from him?
No, other than police recordings, no.
Well, hopefully he's just blowing off steam somewhere. And he'll come back soon.
Yep.
What was that?
What do you mean? What was what?
She's gonna roll Pierce the Mask.
No!
Let's see. I'm gonna augment this one bit. Is how do you really feel about it?
She is still probably heartbroken about the whole event. About how she and Erevan broke up, about why, and about how she doesn't know how to go forward from there or how to fix it. So honestly, underneath, like, piercing that mask would see like the remnants of heartbreak like still there, and also kind of like a moral tear up of what she's meant to do next.
And you see, like, Dia kind of recognizes this, and she just gives your hand, like, grabs your hand, just gives you a bit of a squeeze, and she's like, hopefully when he comes back, you can have a talk and you can figure it out,
Yeah. Well, maybe, but neither he nor I were very good at that in the first place, so.
No, you weren't.
I'm still not. So.
We'll get there. Why don't, in the meantime, why don't you help me, there's a group of these kids who are supposed
Where
to
are
be making
they?
the posters. Yeah, let's go. And we're gonna cut the camera shifts away. And Alaya, where do we find you the morning of your graduation? What do you look like 3 years later, and what are you doing?
Alaya is currently at home in her backyard, at her mom's house, I should say, in her backyard, munching on a breakfast burrito and kind of avoiding getting ready a little bit. She knows she is going to run late, but she's enjoying the last few moments of not having to be in a crowd of sweaty teenagers that she has this morning.
Okay. And what does Alaya look like 3 years later?
So Alaya has changed a little bit. Her hair is a little bit longer. It's not quite so greasy. She has some streaks of like a deep green in there. And she also keeps her hair in a single braid now in memory of Nethyra. She wears it every day. It's consistent. She always has some braided hair. She also has gotten like a little bit more stylish, but she's still very much so a athletic, like on the go kind of person. So it's changed from like big shirt, big pants to little shirt, big pants, or big shirt, little pants kind of vibe.
Somehow I know exactly the type of style you're talking about.
Yeah. It's almost like you've seen it before.
Okay.
But yeah, those pants are still cargo pants. Very much so. But they're like fashionable, cool cargo pants. Trendy, exactly.
And so you're just hanging out
yeah.
in your backyard, having a breakfast burrito?
Yeah, taking in some air and eating breakfast. And she is sketching a little bit in one of her sketchbooks. She's referencing the old scientific like plant drawing textbook that Gilly got her a number of years ago, who said it was from Nova. No clue if it was from Nova, but
Can you go ahead and give me assess a situation, please?
Ooh. I haven't done this in so long. Oh my goodness. Let's see. I'm using the big squishy dice.
Squishy dice.
Squishy dice.
Here's a Bastion squishy dice.
Oh, that's a 3, and then this one got in between. I'm gonna re-roll it.
So it'll be
3
plus
and a
your
3
superior.
for 6 plus superior for a 5.
A 5. 5 total?
Yeah.
Day. Okay. Go ahead and mark an experience. What I'll say is, you ever get those feelings, when you're just sitting, hanging out by yourself, where you get a feeling that something is off somewhere. Like something is just, you don't know even what it is, but you just kind of get that little pit of anxiety that something is off somewhere.
Mm. She knows it well. She knows the anxiety.
Yes.
Well.
And at this point, you would hear the side gate of your backyard, kind of like there's like a knock on the side gate, and you would see Jackson standing there at the gate.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize it was you.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
No, it's okay. And Alaya lets go of a dagger that she was holding on to that she didn't realize she was holding on to.
All right.
She goes, how are you?
I'm good. And you see Jackson is, over the 3 years, like he was, after recovering from the injuries from the battle at prom, he no longer plays football. He actually was injured quite heavily after being punched through the city and out into the ocean. So he doesn't play football anymore. He doesn't play sports. So he's a little bit thinner, a little bit more not gaunt, but a little bit wears kind of like baggier clothes. And he, as over the years, has become the team's like tech guy, their armorer, like Jonathan was for the heroes in the past. And he steps into the yard and he goes, "Are you doing okay?"
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm
You're lying again.
I am just not super excited for today. Well, I'm excited for today. I mean, you've been working towards it for however many years, and of course I'm excited for today, but I'm not excited for today, and it's just a lot of feelings. I'm talking too much. Can you start talking, please?
Of course. Well, if you're not excited for today, I mean, you could just get your diploma afterwards. I mean, your mom's the principal. You don't have to go.
Exactly why I can't get my diploma afterwards.
Yeah. And knowing Dia, that'd probably be a bad idea.
Yeah. Plus, Lilac's gonna be home, and
Oh God, yeah. Don't be late. Don't be
Yeah.
late. Don't want to deal with that. Well, I mean, I could sit next to you, even though it's not in alphabetical order. I can sit next to you in that way, it's not so bad.
you'll incur the wrath of all of the parapros for me.
That's fine. Lilac already punched me through like several walls of the city like 3 years ago. Like, what's the
I'm
worst
so
that she
sorry
did?
about that again.
It's fine. I was evil. Like I was possessed. Like it's not a big deal. It's okay. It's all good. I've been therapy now for it, so it's okay. But anyways, can I ask what you're nervous about?
So, I told my mom I had been accepted to a couple of schools, and I have. But I haven't accepted any of the acceptances
Oh.
yet. And I know that question's gonna come up today, and I've kind of been avoiding it a little bit, but I just am not sure where to go
mean-
forward.
I mean, You don't necessarily have to answer the question directly. You can just say, I've got a couple acceptance letters that we're going over and trying to find the right one. You can kind of keep it nebulous, so you don't really have to answer the question.
You think that Lilac's gonna be okay with that answer?
You know what? We could just have Rally run interference, and then it'll be fine.
Speaking of Rally, have you seen him or talked to him?
Not lately. Well, actually, I swear I just saw him helping an old lady across the street, like down the road, like not too long ago. So, I mean, I think he's maybe on patrol this morning. I don't know.
On patrol? I thought he was gonna, come over and we'd get ready together or something.
Probably. You know him. He's always working. He's always doing the hero thing. So I'm sure he'll be here soon.
That's fair. I'll pull out my phone and shoot a quick text to Rally and be like, just WYA, where you at?
Okay. And Jackson goes, well, we can stay outside and hang out here until Rally gets here if you want. Just relax a little bit in the sun.
That sounds good.
Okay.
Any new exciting tech stuff for us, huh?
Oh my god, yes. And you see him like reach into his bag and pull out, like, he's got that classic kind of like brown saddlebag that he kind of like swings around and opens it and pulls out like a small black case that's maybe about this big, and he kind of like sits on the ground kind of cross-legged, and he gestures for you to join him on the ground, and he sets down the box in between the two of you and flicks open the handles and spins it around, and you see there is a glove inside of it. There's this black glove inside of it with this center kind of like this basically like circular like gem in the palm, on the top of the palm, and he goes, I made this for you.
What is it?
Well, you've always been kind of worried about your powers and kind of letting them, they kind of can go haywire and things like that, even though you've been training really hard the past few years and got better control over it, but I know you still worry about it sometimes. So I made something to kind of help you control it.
I'll take it very gently and just look a little closer. So, does it like contain them, or?
Well, essentially what it does is it kind of stores the energy that your powers create, and allows you to kind of have pre-prepared, portals and pre-prepared, certain things that you can do. So it's not just based off of, just in the moment. It's already there and prepared to a certain level. You can adjust it. You can control the output and the input. Something to kind of just rein it in a little bit.
I'll go and try it on.
Yeah.
Just to see how it feels. And can I roll to see how comfortable I feel testing it out, like very small right now, like a less than pinpoint of something?
Yeah, give me an unleash your powers, but take one forward on it. So add a +1.
Damn. Okay, so that is a 14.
Damn. So you put on this glove, and as you kind of summon your powers, you feel a level of control that you have not felt, using your powers in the past. And what do you do? Like, you're unleashing your powers. What do you do that you have now a certain level of control over?
I'm going to open it just like a little, and I'm going to throw the breakfast burrito trash that I have in there as like a little tossing it.
Yeah.
Just to close it up. So I never litter again. Not that I was anyway.
In between.
We revisit it. It's just like a trash planet now.
And Jackson goes, oh, well, perfect. How does it feel? It looks like it worked well.
This feels amazing. This is the best graduation gift ever. Thank you so much. And she'll run and hug him and kiss him. A little kiss. I love
And he
you.
kisses you back, and then the two of you, are spending this time together, and the camera's going to pan over to an apartment. Rally, would you mind describing where you've been, what you look like, and where are you living these days?
Well, a little bit after the events of the first season, Rally moved out of the house. Living that close to Nethyra's house just brought up way too many memories for him. So we actually moved in with Bluebird, who then disappeared. So that's fun. But as you can sort of begin to follow the camera as it pans through this apartment, you see it's like 2 rooms and then like the main area. It's scattered with like papers, drawings, different like tech devices, and this like huge cork board of like several different possibilities of like where Nethyra might be, like how we can fix this, like maybe if we like find a way to portal into the in-between. And then there's just like several bits of like other ideas. Like the entire apartment is horrible. It is a mess save for one room, and that is Bluebird's. It is pristine. Nothing is touching. It's almost like there's a barrier around it from just how well this one area of the house is kept. And sort of going along with that camera, you watch as one Rally passes by, and then another, and then 2 more, as Rally has developed his powers to the point where he can functionally create multiple Rally clones. But they all sort of take this one uniform design, and that is very similar to how he looked before. He is a bit taller, a bit more built, more toned than built, I would say. His like big mane of curly hair has sort of grown to about shoulder length. He has a handful of scars here and there that have just come from his various fights and battles that never really healed properly because he didn't have anybody to take care of him like he used to. He's wearing a huge, like, oversized graphic tee just like he used to, but over it is a pair of black overalls with one of the buttons unclasped that he just sort of wears to keep Nethyra close without having to think too much about it. But they're all just sort of scrambling, getting ready for the day. Some are packing his bags, others are like doing recon or like information gathering, or some are just taking a nap. But I would say at this moment, the audience would realize that none of these are the true Rally, as a costumed hero comes flying through the window. And that is him in his hero's form as it starts to sort of melt away, and like tiny bits and baubles, like bullets, start to sort of like drop and clatter to the ground in a pile of ink. And he's just walking through, haggard, tired as all hell.
All right. So you walk through your apartment, and as you head to your bedroom, to get ready for the day, to get ready for graduation, your phone would ping a text from Alaya. Where you at? WYA. Wondering where you are. And so are you going to respond to the text, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna just do like a really quick, like, at my place, heading over soon.
Okay. And as you respond to that text message, you see the as you step into your bedroom, there is this wisp of wind that kind of comes in and blows a bunch of the papers off of your desk, and kind of swirls them around. And you kind of watch as they move a little bit more than they should as they begin to wisp around in front of you. And you see the book that you had kept for Nethyra with the flowers swings open also. As these papers swing around the room, and along the wall, you see them spell out the words, "Find me, Rally."
I think Rally, he was, dead tired, sluggish, basically running on fumes, but this is sort of a shock to his system as he drops his crystal on the ground and is like visibly terrified but excited as he calls in like 2 and 3, like the other Rally clones, and just be like, is this?
Are we extending the corkboard? What is this?
No, I don't know. I walked in. I assumed, somebody left a draft in, but I think Nethyra's alive.
We gotta tell the others. We gotta tell.
Like the other us or the other others?
The other others. The other us already know.
Oh yeah, that's
As you see, the rest of the group has like crowded outside the door, all like looking in. But where's the crystal?
kind of starts patting himself
They all
down.
start patting themselves, trying to find it.
Picks it up from the ground, and you can see, as much as Rally has tried to sort of grow up, he is still very childlike in the sense that he doesn't quite know how to handle this level of stress, so he's defaulting to calling for help. But as he scrolls through his crystal, you see that the sort of pinned message are the last like texts that he sent Nethyra. Just that entire like conversation. You can see like every so often he'll send a text of just like, you know, thinking about you, and you know, updates about his day. But as he kind of like pushes that out of the way and goes to the HOB group chat, he sends, "Urgent, come to my apartment right now."
Okay. And those text messages fly off to both Alaya and Lilac. And as those text messages fly off, is there anything in particular you want to do before they arrive?
I think, other than maybe getting ready and trying to appear more put together than he actually is, after sending that text, he's going to scroll through his crystal and stop on the last text that he sent Bluebird.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it is like updates about their place, until eventually it just becomes sort of a jumbled mess of like, hey, like, I hope you're doing okay. Like, where are you? Look, dude, we can talk, stuff like that. And he's very strongly considering texting Blue about this. But he puts the crystal on his desk and just starts handing out orders to all of his various clones, and is just trying to get a handle on whatever this is.
Yeah. You see your clones start kind of milling about and start like cleaning up, because they're like, Lilac's gonna yell at us as they're like cleaning up the apartment, trying to make it look presentable, knowing that Lilac is gonna be here. And we're gonna cut away. We're gonna cut back to Lilac. So Lilac, while you're at graduation and helping set everything up, you get this text from Rally.
I think her instant response is, "Have you forgotten about your graduation?"
Rally, your response?
I think he put his phone down, so I think he probably would have one of them just on standby to make sure that he answers any messages, like a secretary Rally, as he picks it up and responds. I mean, yes, but no, this is way more important than that.
She'll, like, I think, like, receiving that text, like, she'll just kind of sigh, like, press her phone to the head, like, massage her head a little bit with it, and then go, ETA 20 minutes, and stuff, like, and that's all she sends.
Thumbs up.
And then, she'll turn to Dia and go, "Something's come up. It does involve Rally, so I will go and see if everything's okay, and then I will bring him here."
Yeah, make sure he doesn't miss graduation.
His graduation? Yeah, no, I won't.
Yes, please.
And you know what? I'll check on Alaya as well at some point, because it's odd that she's not here yet.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure she was at the house, you know, having breakfast when I left this morning. So I'm sure she'll be, you know, if it's hero stuff, I'm sure she'll be there too.
True. Okay.
All
right. Well, I'll see you in a bit. Okay. And she'll do that,
Okay.
like quick on the cheek,
Yep.
and then
the
start
mwah,
like
mwah.
she'll like go to like dash off, and then I think she's like instantly checks herself as she goes to run a bit too fast, and then she's like, "Nope, walking pace."
Got it. We're gonna cut to the garden to Alaya and Jackson. So Alaya, your phone would ping with this message from Rally.
Oh, god damn it.
What happened? What happened?
Look,
Oh. Okay. Do you think it's like an emergency, or
it's
is it like?
probably an emergency if it's enough to freak Rally out.
Okay. Well. Shall we?
Let's go. And I will drive us there.
Okay. All right. What kind of car does Nethyra drive? Like, what does it look like?
Oh, for sure a Jeep.
Oh, hell yes.
A fantasy jeep, a feep.
A feep.
In the city?
Yeah.
A feep.
Listen,
What color
I
is your
have to.
feep?
Oh, I have to stay with the. It's gonna be black. You know, very like chill, but it's like one of those with no doors. But like you can put on the doors. But like she's like, oh, it's graduation season is coming up for the summer, so she spent like a day last weekend taking the doors off to see, and she hasn't shown anybody yet that she has the doors off now.
Is it risky to drive with the doors off?
No, I don't think so. I've been practicing like up and down the block, so I'm pretty sure we're cool there.
Okay. I think it's cool, honestly.
Thank you. You think I'm cool?
Yes, of course I do.
God. It's really embarrassing. It sounds like you have a crush on me.
What you see, like, how
Let's go.
like, he kind of gets beat red in the face, and he's like, "Yes, okay."
We've been dating for 3 years. Let's
I was
get in the
gonna say
car.
we've been dating for a while, and then he gets in the car as Jackson misses the social cue, and you get in the car and you head to Rally's, where you are all met now at Rally's apartment, and Rally and the rest of y'all take it away.
I think as you arrive to Rally's apartment, like the door opens and it's like you're met with a procession of Rallys as they're all just asking like, "Can I take your coat? Are you hungry? How was the trip over?" Just trying to like prepare you for like what he's about to tell you. Like it's very obvious that they do not know how to handle this situation.
I think Lilac's like got out of like a taxi and stuff, and she's just instantly, as soon as like she's opened the door and it's like Rallies and stuff, she's like, none of you touch anything on me.
Yeah, let's shimmy out of the way.
Alaya introduces herself to each individual Rally. Hi, I'm Alaya. Hi, I'm Alaya. Hi, I'm Alaya. Hi, I'm Alaya.
Alaya, they know it's us all Rally.
We're all Rally, yeah. We all know you.
It just seems rude to not like address you as individuals.
One
No,
Rally
okay.
offers you a cheese plate.
Thank you.
You've got ink on so many of my things before. I really don't need this right now. She's like
as they all sort of chime in with like a level of excuses ranging from really good to really bad, as they're all just like, yeah, but like we were still practicing. It's like, you shouldn't have sat on the couch. It's just.
Is this cheese ink? Oh my god.
No, that's real cheese. It's just.
It's gone bad.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, I was supposed to throw that out.
Oh.
As they turn to each other, it's like, you were supposed to throw that out.
No, you were supposed to do.
No, I'm telling you.
I thought it was blue cheese.
Oh no, that's like brie. I'm pretty sure, or like a cheddar.
Oh Christ. Rally, real Rally, where are you?
You could see now as like they start to like part like the Red Sea in Rally's room. I don't think he's noticed it quite yet, but he has started like shifting back into his hero form, like in a sort of like half and half. You can see like bits and pieces of him are like completely ink, as he has these like various tendrils that are sort of reaching out and like doing notes or equations or like trying to pinpoint exactly what this means, as he just sort of raises a hand and just kind of like makes you know that that's him.
I think like as soon as she sees like the superhero form of ink, she just takes off her jacket and folds it inside out. She's like, too many.
And as you two enter the bedroom, you would see the papers plastered on the wall that say "Find Me, Rally."
That's some odd redecoration you've chosen.
Normally I would dignify that with some kind of response, as I guess the camera sort of pans over to his last attempt at like interior design. It's like a pyramid of Coke cans. This is so much more than that. I think Nethyra is alive. I mean, I already thought that, but like this is tangible proof. Like as like another tendril like kind of reaches out and goes to do another thing.
What do you mean? Nethyra died.
No, but did she though? I don't think she did. And I've been telling you this for months, for years, that she might be like in a different universe, like in the in-between or something. And I think I finally found tangible proof. This is a message. It's who else would like
Rally. Alaya will take your hand.
What?
It's a maybe.
I think at this point he
maybe
sort
at
of
best.
refuses to meet your gaze.
I know. We've gone through this before.
It's not like all the other times. It's just it showed up out of nowhere. It was a gust of wind that blew through the book that she left me. It's a message. It is a message. Weirder things happen every day. I'm partially made of ink. You can create black holes, and Lilac is just really strong. And honestly, part of me believes that that's just like a completely separate thing to like the regular powers that she has. But like that, more of a rage thing than anything else. But
Rally, listen. Death is just part of life, and it's really hard to accept. You know, we lost our dad too. It's hard, and I wish every day that he would just come walking through the door and come home, but that's not how it works. And you're not the only one that misses Nethyra, and I
She's looked through every avenue. I've gone through every portal I could. I'm not saying that it's not possible, but I'm saying that to hold on to it might be more of a weight.
And you see Jackson kind of like walks past into the room and goes, "But where did this come from? Did you said a wind just did this?"
yeah, I had just gotten back, and a wind blew through and picked up all the flower petals, and made this. As you can see now, like all that excitement, all that adrenaline is starting to die down as he's almost sort of ripped back into reality and is sort of trying to contend with the fact that this might just be nothing, but at the same time, there's that tiny glimmer of hope that he might be able to find Nethyra, as I think in this sort of very quiet moment you can see all around. They haven't necessarily cleaned up any of his theories, but there's just a truly nightmarish amount of work put into just this one project. A lot of his like schoolwork has been relegated to one corner just to make room for all the various boards, all the diagrams, all the designs, and he's just trying so hard to hold on to this.
Can you scan it, or?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And once again, swings the satchel bag around, opens it, and you see him pull out like a little like box detector that has like a large like blue crystal in the top, like kind of sticking out of the top. And he goes, "Yeah, I can take a look at it." And you see Jackson begins to kind of scan it.
There's a chance that a villain might have sent it. Someone who wishes harm.
We've been fighting nothing but petty criminals and carjackers. I don't think any of them are capable of this.
I wouldn't put it past them.
Well, and you see Jackson kind of pulls it back, and he's looks kind of perplexed as he's like looking at the scanner. He goes, "This doesn't make any sense."
What do you
What
mean?
is it?
Well, the energy around it, you know, it's definitely reminiscent of Nethyra's, but it's old. This isn't, you know, like if like Rally, you using your powers right now, the detection I would get would be that like it's, you know, it's fresh energy, but this energy that is around this message is old.
How old?
Like almost 3 years old.
When she died.
You see, that revelation sort of like is painted across Rally's face, and he starts to almost recede into himself as like bits and pieces of him are now sort of more covered with ink as he's just. Does that mean she's been trying to reach out for 3 years? Am I late? There was a time dilation in her like pocket dimension.
It could feel shorter to her.
Listen, these are all wonderful theories, but we've got nothing to go on except a 3-year-old message that she could have just sent in her last moments.
The message, find me, Rally?
I don't know.
I
Could she be caught in the
this-
in-between?
Maybe. I appreciate the skepticism, but I need this. I need to believe that she's out there, because otherwise he just kind of like tries to tackle whatever he's feeling right now, but just lacks the words or the know-how to truly process it.
I think Lilac will look at him, and for a moment she kind of opens her mouth to kind of try and draw him back to reality, and then she kind of really looks at him, really takes in his form, and she'll shut her mouth and go, if that's what you need. But listen, I'm happy for us to invest time into finding the source of this, if only for closure. But please don't get your hopes up too high. I'd hate to see it come crashing down. Truly.
You see, as he sort of begins to reform in a sense, and the tendrils sort of like return back to his body, and he's more humanoid. He's now sort of just looks like he's wearing like a black bodysuit. As he looks over his shoulder and looks at Blue's room, and he says, Lilac, all I have right now is hope.
Alright. Well then. Keep it. Keep it. I'm sorry. Yeah. You guys have a graduation to get to, though. You know that, right?
And in the meantime, Rallied, if it makes you feel better, I can send this over to Mabel, and her and I can look at it and try to sort it out, or at least have her analyze it while we go to graduation, because we got to get some more data on it before we can act on anything anyway, right? We want to do it right?
Yeah. You can take any of my clones to help out if you need it. I guess I'll go get ready or something. As by this point, he's just sort of like, he almost seems like nebulous in his design, as he almost seems like he's having trouble keeping himself together, but is sort of forcing himself through it as he exits the room.
I would like to go up to the message and grab 4 petals from it.
Mm-hmm.
And quietly place one in each of our hands. And walk out to Rally. Say, Rally, wait, before you get ready. So she can be there on graduation too.
As you sort of place it in his hands and sort of thumbs it, just kind of looks it over. A lot of the color returns to his form. The sort of like inky venom-like nature of his suit recedes back into his normal clothing. And you think for just a second, you see a smile creep across his face, the way he used to smile 3 years ago, as he... I'm sure she'd like that.
We'll find her. You know?
Yeah, we will.
I don't want you to lose yourself in it. But we'll find her.
Yeah. You see, at the mention of like losing yourself in it, he's just like 1,000-yard stare. It almost looks like he's looking through someone else's eyes as he turns and collects all of his items off the ground, chastises one of his other rallies for like knocking over the cheese plate, and then looks at the cheese and he's like, then that switches to chastising about, why didn't you throw this out?
I think Lilac, before she leaves his room, she's looking at the petal that Alaya placed into her hand, and she instantly drops it. Just instantly too scared to hold on to hope. Like, she's found closure, and she doesn't want to reopen old wounds. And hearing them talk about, we'll find her, she doesn't want to give herself that sort of... For her, in her way, she's like, that's just a childish wish. It doesn't happen like that. That's not how death works. And so she lets go of the petal. And then kind of awkwardly makes her way out of the room, trying desperately not to touch where any of the ink tendrils had been touching anything.
It is a mess. There is just so many, like...
Wipes her feet on the way out before she leaves the house, you know?
And after you all get ready, are you heading off to graduation?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Riley's gonna send 2 of his clones, one to see his dad and the other to visit his mom.
Okay.
Just so that they kind of know, like, he's doing okay.
Yep. And one of your clones would be going to visit your mom, who is still in prison.
Yeah.
And your father, who would be basically getting, be at graduation also.
Maybe not that one then.
Yeah.
I just call him.
You call your dad?
Yeah, I'll have one of my clones do it.
Okay.
It's mostly just to let him know that, like, oh yeah, I'm definitely on my way. Like, I haven't forgotten.
Oh yeah, the ceremony starts in a few minutes, so I assumed you were here.
We can portal.
Yeah.
I have the glove.
So you all make your way to graduation. You get ready in your in your capacities, and then Lilac, I'm assuming you're sitting amongst the stands,
Mm-hmm.
sitting possibly with some of the other alumni, and as the graduation ceremony process goes on, you see they've set like the weather conditions in this part of the city to be like the perfect day, so you're not sweating in your gowns, you're not like too cold. There's like a perfect little like breeze that rolls over that's very like a sweet smelling breeze. The sun's beautiful. It's a great day for graduation, as person after person is called up. Each of you are called up to get your diploma, and then they call Aravin's name, and he doesn't show. And as they go proceeding through the names, you notice that they call 6 other student names that do not come across the stage. And it's not so much in the sense where they're like, that these people are getting their diplomas at home or something like that. It's that they're just missing. 2 of the names you would recognize, which are the only ones you recognize, are Yasmin and Yasmina. Their names are called, and they are not present at graduation, which I would say, Lilac, you would probably find weird. Because anytime those girls have the chance to be in the social limelight, they would do so. But they are not there. And the ceremony goes on without incident. You all get your diplomas, and it is kind of like after graduation now. People are milling about, talking to one another, and I think Rally, at this point, while you're maybe talking to a friend or talking to somebody, you would feel a hand on your shoulder kind of squeeze and turn you around.
Turn to face whoever it is,
and you see it's Burton. It's Nethyra's dad, who's there. You see he's gotten quite a bit older. In these 3, it's only been 3 years, but he's aged. It almost looks like double that in that time. A lot more gray. He's a little bit more hunched over. In that same kind of like, English teacher with the suede jacket with the the patches on the elbows. Like it's his best suit that he's got. He's got a little hat that he takes off his head, and he goes, "Oh, Rally, I'm so proud of you, kiddo."
Yeah, I'm surprised I graduated, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Well, I mean, you did have a certain someone helping you with your homework all those years, I will say.
Yeah, I guess I must picked up on something. They always did say I was smarter than I looked. Or
Hey,
maybe it was
you
smarter
are.
than I let myself be. One of those two.
Probably both, Rally. Probably both. She'd be proud of you too, kiddo.
Yeah, I miss her a lot.
I miss her too. Hey, you know what? How about tomorrow you come by the house and we'll have pancakes. Celebrate.
Yeah, well, we do every Saturday, so
Oh, yeah?
I'll be there.
Is it Saturday tomorrow? And you see him kind of like check his watch.
Is it? Last I checked, is it Saturday?
Well,
Tomorrow?
It will be Saturday tomorrow. You're right. Today's Friday. I got a little confused.
Well, I'll be there.
Good. And he leans in to give you a hug. Brings in for hugging. You feel him kind of hold you a little bit tighter for probably like a little bit longer than he needed to. But holds on to you.
Riley does the same. I think in this instance, he's just letting himself feel something, anything.
And you see after a bit of a time, kind of squeezes one last time, holds you by the shoulders, and goes, "You're gonna do great things. I know it. I know it."
I certainly hope so.
All right. Well, it takes me a long time to hobble back home, so I'm gonna get going. Say hi to your parents for me.
I will. I could draw you a car or something.
Oh, no, Rally, remember last time? It turned into a jet ski, and I almost broke my legs. So we're not gonna do that again. All right?
I've been watching extreme sports a lot lately. I'm not sure what they are, but a lot of skis for some reason.
It's all right, Rally. I can find my own way. And he kind of gives you a pat on the back, puts his little hat back on his head, and he goes, "I'll see you tomorrow for pancakes," and kind of like points his cane at you. He's like, "I'll make them special tomorrow."
Okay, I'll see you then.
And if Alaya and the rest of the kids, as he's kind of like continuing to talk as he's turning and walking, and
Like
Lilac
trying
and
to hear him from
yeah, why not come over for pancakes too? That's totally okay. You just gotta let me know so I can find it better. And just kind of like continues to talk.
I'll let them know. He's gone. Oh, he's walking the okay.
And I think at this point, Alaya, you would see coming down from the podium is Dia, who comes up to you and gives you a big hug after graduation.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, kiddo. So proud of you.
Great speech.
Thanks. Yeah, I didn't mess up this time. The cue cards was a good idea. Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you feel?
I feel good. I feel okay. Just. Oh.
And
oh God.
And she see her kind of give you that mom look, like it's like that kind of like turns the head to the side, like a knowing look.
It's a little silly.
What do you mean?
I just thought that today's such a big day, and it's something that is kind of written to be a day where you're proud, and I'm thinking about whether or not he'd be proud right now.
He'd be so proud of you. After everything you've done over these years and how you've grown, he would be so proud.
Yeah, but today was supposed to be one of the days that he would have shown it.
And you see her just kind of take a breath and then pull you in for a hug and holds it tight and kind of like brushes the back of your hair with her hand, and she goes, he wasn't the most forthright with how much, with what he was feeling, but I'll tell you, he loved you. He loved you and your sister so very much, and he was so very proud. He was shit at showing it, but he was. He was so very proud of you both.
Thanks. I don't know. I'm just thinking about him and Nethyra and how they're not gonna see this part of my life.
Well, depending on, and she kind of like pulls back a little bit, kind of still like keeping close, got her hands on your shoulders, and she goes, well, if there is somewhere after this, and they can see what we're doing, got to give them a good show, right?
Yeah, you're right. Give them the best show.
Absolutely. And I think at this point, Lilac, you probably would have made your way down from the stands to Alaya and Dia.
She'll come down and she'll kind of like do like a little kind of giddy jump over to Alaya. She's like, congratulations! You're a graduate now! Yeah, and she'll like gonna give her a hug and then go, the rest of your life, it's the same. Yeah.
Oh,
Ta-da!
that's a way to put it, but thank you. I appreciate the
So-
sentiment.
So college is like, where are you going?
I've been accepted to a few, and I'm seeing what works best.
Okay, well, which ones? I mean, did you? Like, what college do I go to again? The
You would be going to going to Arcane University, I believe, is the one that you picked.
Yeah, I think so.
was
I
Arcane
think that was one,
University.
right?
As
sure.
you're asking like which one, you see Jackson kind of like pops
Yeah.
in and he goes, Lilac, is that a new jacket?
Oh
Is that
my
a new
god,
jacket
I
today?
love this man so much.
Oh, Jackson! Hi.
Oh, he's doing
Yeah,
so
Hey.
well, it's the same jacket that I've had previously, the same design, but this one's made with recycled tweed.
That's so responsible of you. Wait,
Environmentally conscious.
and you see him kind of like look at the collar and he goes, "Oh, I think you might have got a little ink from
Again?
Rally Farming on it."
Again? You're kidding! This doesn't come out at dry cleaning. I've paid so much money.
magic ink.
Oh, jeez. Well, I know. In the teachers' lounge they have some of those like little pens that can help you get stains out.
I'm not gonna put a stain pen on my jacket.
Okay. Oh, all right. I'm so
Sorry, thank you for trying to offer an alternative, but I'm not picking a stain pen.
Riley feels a chill up his
Damn
spine.
it.
And
She's
see,
gonna-
Jackson would give you kind of like a I got you look.
I just mouth, I love you so much.
a mouth's back. I love you too.
I think like
The hallmark of a truly good relationship is
Throwing me under
knowing
the
when
bus?
to deal with each other's families.
she's got the jacket back on and she's like adjusted her hair to like cover the mark. But she's like furious. And she's just okay. But in the meantime, well, did you get any letters from Arcane University?
Yes, I did. They offered me a bit of a scholarship, which was nice.
That's incredible! I mean, not that we need a scholarship, but great for resume.
Yes, that's true. Very true. But yeah, still mulling over the exact tidbits.
Oh, you've only
of,
got so long to
know,
mull over, Places full up.
I know. Deadline is fast approaching, but
Uh-huh. Okay.
don't worry. I will tell you as soon as I am aware
Uh-huh.
of it myself.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope we find out soon then.
Oh
At
God,
this-
can I pierce the mask?
Yeah, go ahead, pierce the mask.
6.
6. It's Lilac. It's Lilac being Lilac. I think at this point, Dia would then now kind of step in and be like, I know, you might have a couple of things to do, but why don't we get together and have dinner tonight? Are you free tonight, Lilac?
Well, I'll make some
I only get one
calls.
graduation. dinner.
Yep. One graduation. She's like, she brings out her crystal and she starts like just typing away. She's probably typing to like Vivian in the journalism club, just being like, sorry, I can't make tonight. Graduation dinner with the family and such. For the club. For the club. For the club.
And Dia goes, great. Well then let's get together at like 7 o'clock at the house and we'll have dinner like we used to.
All right, fine.
Good. And we're gonna kind of pan really quick over to Rally. Rally, you'd notice that your dad is nowhere to be found. Your siblings are there, like that, all kind of like pile around you, and they go, "Good job, good job!" And they're all like some of the younger ones are like climbing up you.
I think he like feigns being like weak, I guess, but
Yeah.
he's like very easily carrying like these two small children like on his shoulders. But he's gonna turn to, I guess, like the second eldest. Like, where's Dad?
He got a phone call, and then he said that he'd see you back at the house for dinner tonight. But it seemed like an emergency or something.
And sorry, recap. Do my siblings know I have superpowers?
You tell me.
Would my father have told them?
I think your parents would have tried to keep the younger ones out of the family business.
Okay, then
At least.
all right, got it. Probably something with the stores. I've been here. I've heard that the game's been doing really well as he tries to like pivot.
Yeah. I mean, it's been selling pretty good at the store, but yeah, Dad said to tell you that he'll be back at the house later, once he handles whatever this is.
All right. Well, how much time do we have till dinner?
It would be like 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so you have a couple hours.
Do you guys want food? I don't know how to parent. This was not. Well, it was partially my responsibility, but I'm also like here for it.
We have money for a cab. We can get home. It's okay.
Okay, I'm just making sure. You know,
do you have money? Do you need it?
Do I have money? Do I have money? I feel like I have a lot more money than they do.
You probably do, but they're being little jerks.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of like trailing off as his eyes like sort of like drift over to his friends, and like he's probably gonna like through like talking to his family, he's also gonna like handle some after school club things. Just be like, you know, get the membership forms out, blah 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 blah. He's gonna just like appoint one person as the new leader randomly because he's assuming he probably has to do that. Okay. So remember, guys, when you get into high school or whatever it is this is, you could also maybe run the Super Duper Club.
You see, like one of them whispers to the other one, "We're gonna change the name." As they all are kind of like, yeah, of course, Rally.
Gasp.
It's just that awkward like sibling silence.
Yeah, the sibling silence. I know exactly what you mean.
Shoo. Cool.
All right, we're gonna go home now.
Yeah, nice hanging. Cool. Have any of you visited? Oh, you're gone. All
They
right.
left. They're like already gone. And as they're walking away, you would all get a text message from Mabel, who, for the audience at home, Mabel has become your woman in the chair. They're the one who kind of, you know, communicates with all of you, sends you all the plans. But you would all get a text from Mabel asking you all to report to the Iron Novellium for an important message that she has to tell you in person.
I guess I'll try to like reconvene with the others because I think I was like with my family.
Yeah,
prior
they're right
that,
next to you.
so.
Yeah.
So are we taking your feep or are we portaling there? What's going on?
We can't.
I mean, we can take the feep. I don't know if it has enough seats in it, but we can.
I could draw like a sidecar maybe.
Oh, I don't trust you in cars.
Or
Look,
or we could get a taxi.
Yeah. Well, are we going through the entrance or are we gonna like go
I
around
don't
the
want to
side?
leave my car here.
Yeah, like
Okay. Okay.
We
Fine.
did just put in the garage for like all of our vehicles and stuff. I feel like it'd be a waste not to use it. There's so much
Okay.
space.
Fine. Let's take your feet.
To the feet.
To the feet.
She's gonna get there like but she's gonna get to the
posterity.
well, you know when it like spins.
Yeah, like the Batman, like transition. Yes, I know exactly what you mean.
I'll do it again later. But she's gonna get there, and I feel like she's just gonna be like, "Why are there no doors?" Actually,
Because it's cool. Jackson
I
says
was
as
gonna
he
say
piles
this looks
in the car.
really cool.
huh? Okay, sure.
So you all get into the Feep. You all pile into the Feep. And you make your way to the Iron Novelium. And I'm going to leave it to y'all to describe what the Iron Novelium from the outside looks like. What does the Iron Novelium look like on the outside?
I think it's like very Hall of Justice.
Yeah.
That's how I pictured it. I
For
want to imagine
real.
there's like a statue of like the fallen heroes like up in like a little like roundabout where people can like drive in and park or whatever.
Yeah, like
Little
you've got
fountain.
like the iconic like the seven. It was the seven,
Yeah,
right? Or was
yeah.
it six?
Yeah, the 7.
The seven.
The seven.
six.
It was the
Yeah,
seven.
the
Yeah.
six.
No, 7 is the boys.
Yeah,
The 6.
the six.
The six
For
is the
copyright
original
reasons.
heroes who
Yeah.
save the world
Yeah,
from the
yeah,
drowning.
yeah.
And you've got like Nova
statues
and the
that
rest
sort
of
of
them.
like
Yeah.
flank the pathway up.
There's
Exactly.
like a little museum and a gift shop on like the first floor.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
And then
There's a
there's-
boombox in
Effigy has
there.
like little keychains now.
Yeah.
I could give up my own.
And then
keychain.
you've got the like I feel like when you go inside as well, you've got like those sort of like hallways and stuff where you've got like statues of like fully just like fallen heroes and stuff and people to honor and such. And I think Nethyra would absolutely have like a very central.
Mhm.
Absolutely, just like a little memorial.
Statue.
I think maybe like a few like mementos from some of our past battles. Like they didn't have to be too complicated. Just like this is the car that like that Lilac like lifted up with like their super strength and saved like a group of whatever.
Mhm.
They didn't claim their car back because insurance isn't a thing. But stuff like that. I think there's definitely like a little area in the effigy section for like kids to draw on a wall or something. It's like low grade powered so that it's like it animates itself or something, but that's just something that you put in for like the families and all that tend to like scroll through.
Mm.
Hell yeah. And you all make your way, basically the place that you know to go, where you go behind reception, you pull out like one set of pamphlets or something and like pull on the thing. The floor like rotates underneath you and you all head into the Iron Novelium, which is very like you said, like League of Justice or like the
Batcave, but
the
less
Bat
emo.
Cave or the Watchtower, where it's like it's all the computers and the rooms and everything like that, and all of you see all of your motorcycles and your cars and stuff like that parked off to the side. Some of your old suits, in like those like think Batcave like containers,
Like the Robin tubes.
yeah, the Robin tubes, yeah, basically. As you all enter in, you see Mabel is sitting at kind of the main terminal, the main computer, as she kind of swings around in her chair to meet you all. And she goes, "Hey, so how was graduation?"
It's all right. I think I'm just gonna like drop a can of the fantasy equivalent of Monster just for them to have.
Cracks it immediately. You see, there's already like 6 empty cans to the left of them.
Oh Christ.
As they throw it back. Well, good. So we've got a bit of a situation that I want to make y'all aware of. I know I was told not to, but I don't work for them. I work for y'all. But Jonathan and Gilly, well, they got a ping on a sighting on Erevan. Up on the sky docks. And they went to investigate and to hopefully convince him to bring him back, to kind of, bring him home, and you would all know that over the past 3 years, Gilly and Jonathan, along with, a couple of your other parents, kind of became like father figures or parental figures for Erevan, because Erevan doesn't have a family. And so Mabel goes, hopefully they can kind of talk them into coming back. But I wanted y'all to know.
Are they still there right now? Could you pull up footage?
Yeah, actually. And like sees Lilac and goes like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah. Pull up the footage, please.
All right. And then like swings around and slaps a couple keys on the keyboard, and you see this image of the sky dock shows up, which normally the sky dock is basically the highest level of the city. It's where all of the airships that do the very limited interactions with the other nations of Novum would leave and come back with imports and exports. But you see this place is destroyed. You would see airships either torn completely in half, blown to pieces, missing altogether. The place is in shambles and in flames. There's craters all over the place. It's pockmarked. The camera feed is very grainy and very kind of weak, as you see what looks to be like a body lying motionless in a crater, and you see Gilly basically hanging in the air, being held by the throat by an armored figure. And she goes, okay. So they might need your help. I assume so.
Suit up, all of you.
Rally's already like heading towards, I guess, like the vehicles or something. We have vehicles now.
We
That's
have
like a canon thing.
motorbikes, right?
We
Yeah, we have motorbikes.
You have cool
Let's go.
superhero motorcycles.
Yeah.
Would you mind each in turn telling us what your new suit looks like and what does your motorcycle look like?
I say, Lilac, take it away.
Lilac, take it away.
That's because I have notes. So Lilac's suit is relatively similar. Her hair remains the same, with that kind of comet trailing down when her powers are enacted and active. But it's now in like a high ponytail. Her suit now has, instead of the diamond star shape, on the back, it now has the Heroes of Bastion symbol. And her gloves now have like these kind of like these metal parts like on the dusters, almost like gold, like knuckle dusters basically. And she now has a mask with white lenses in that sense to cover her identity. She now takes on the moniker, however, no longer of Comet, but of Nova, taking up that mantle from her father. And she kind of carries herself like with a kind of big sense of pride in that sense. She doesn't have a cloak or anything, but her kind of figure is still kind of an imposing silhouette. Her motorbike, I think, kind of echoes her color scheme of the whites with the pinks to purple hues and the gold accenting across it. So it's a very sleek motorbike with like that kind of glass visor that kind of comes up quite high, and very much has like, I think, LED wheels, so that way when she kind of very Tron essence, I'm like, give me the light trails, and that's, I think, the kind of vibe of her motorbike.
Okay. Rally, why don't you tell us?
I think as he sort of departs to transform, as opposed to the very like technical suits from season 1, his new hero form is more akin to his moment of truth from the finale. You can see he is this like entirely inked, like this entire silhouette almost made completely out of ink, as it sort of like crawls along his form and creates the suit. It is this like very deep shade of purple, sort of bordering on black, and sort of scattered amongst his form are these individual like comic panels of like powers he can activate, or like abilities or moments from like his hero work that he thought were important. But in the very center of his chest is this circle with a like with the flower from Nethyra, as well as like a handful of embellishments around the sort of edge of like, you know, little like caviar tins, and like the like it, you can see the circle itself is sort of formed via like the string and the two cans, though you would have to look really close to see that, just so he doesn't want to reveal his identity or anything. He has essentially no features save for his like long mane of hair that melds into the rest of his form. He has a high collar, that like sort of circles and like covers his what would be his face, but is not really a face, save for this like tiny speck that almost looks like a star that is like shining amidst the this like deep black ink. His powers have changed a little bit. Rather than sort of drawing in the moment, he has like a small deck of cards that he can sort of like very quickly summon whatever it is he needs to. It's like an entire deck. And then moving on to his motorcycle, I want to imagine it's like this sort of nebulous thing. It's constantly shifting depending on the terrain or like how he's driving it. Like it'll go from a chopper down to like one of those Tron bikes into like a, I don't know, a jet ski maybe. Something along those lines. It's just constantly moving as if he himself doesn't really know what he wants his motorcycle to look like. But it has that sort of like deep, sort of like lavender color that sort of like accentuates the rims of the wheels, which seem to be the only things that remain like semi-permanent. And the chassis itself is what's always changing.
Okay, and bring us home, Alaya.
So Alaya's suit is a little bit more scary than her previous one, but not in like a trying to be way. She still has a very dark pitch black outfit with a high neck and a cowl that she often wears along with a hood. She does have like those, not fingerless gloves, but the bit where it comes just on one finger and then goes all the way up. On both hands. One of hand is now gloved with the tech that Jackson just gave her, actually. But you'll notice that her outfit kind of pulsates with her a little bit, as in the center of her chest is the deepest, darkest, just most void like hole of all, and pulsating around it is bits of light that look like almost stars streaking, and they come out to form these patterns that are very organic looking, of, you know, kind of accentuating her silhouette a little bit, and then going down her back through a cape that she does have. So she's a little spooky, scary. She tries to keep herself as hidden as possible. And she also does have the Heroes of Bastion logo very starkly in contrast to the other colors of her suit, with that like teal and purple on her back, directly like in between her shoulder blades. And it's only really visible if she moves her cape out of the way or allows it to be seen. As far as her bike, her motorbike, it is also similarly like very black with the LED like lights, but hers is just pure orange and yellows, and all of the buttons and controls and stuff are all in greens. So yeah. Jeez.
Okay. Very good. And so the three of you, suit up.
I also almost forgot.
Oh, yes.
She does have daggers and stuff that she keeps on her legs and on her hips now, throwing daggers. Sorry.
Oh, hell yeah.
We talked about that, and then I didn't include it.
You all suit up, in this, very either Power Rangers or Sailor Moon, Magical Girl kind of transformation, Kamen Rider, slap together, get all of your stuff together, get on your motorbikes. And like, that, like in every superhero property ever, like the dumpster behind the Iron Novelium, like slides backwards as a ramp, like opens up, and then the three of you, your bikes rocket out of the Iron Novelium, heading through the streets, heading up to the Skydock as fast as you possibly can. And as you approach the Skydock, as you wind up, kind of the circular streets of Novum, going up and, or not of Novum, of Bastion, heading up and up and up. As you basically are about to get to the Skydock, you see Gilly's car, which has been overturned. One of the doors, torn away. It looks, like almost like it was compressed. You see a bunch of bodies of police officers and city guard lying motionless. Flames already kind of started on this roadway. as the three of you kind of, boom, your motorcycles come up and over. You see the skyport, like I described, is in tatters. You know, the fleet of airships are either destroyed, in flames, missing. You know, there's smoke pouring into the sky, surrounding, you know, the wind's blowing the smoke all around, giving it a very foggy, like battlefield-like feel, with lots of pockmarks and craters, and bits of the top of the city essentially has been torn away. And you would all see Jonathan, as you kind of come up, is lying motionless in a crater. His silver armor from his time when he was the armorer is broken. You see there is a fairly intense wound in his chest. You see his hammer is in his hands, but it is broken. The head is smashed to pieces. And you would see what I described on the cameras earlier. You would see Gilly hanging in the air, held up by his throat, by this blue and red armored figure with this like very angular, like paladin-like armor that this figure is wearing. It's a mixture of blue and red with these inky black veins running through it that makes the armor very almost similar to Rally's, look like it's moving and shifting with these black veins running through it, to this helmet that has a very pointed, basically like bottom of the helmet up to a black like V-like visor into two horns that curves up. Is holding this figure in the air, or holding Gilly in the air. He looks beaten and broken. His clothes are torn, soaked in blood. His arms and his hands and his legs are all in unnatural positions, or unnatural angles, as this figure is holding him by the throat, as he looks like he's kind of like weakly grasping at the hand as he's like gasping for breath, as the three of you come up onto the skydock.
Are we able to take a moment, like, are we able to, like, react quickly to this?
Yeah,
as
go
we
for
come
it.
up? I want to hit him with the motorbike.
You want to hit him with the motorbike?
Like, I want to, like, you know, like, kind of, like, rev up and, like do a wheelie and, like, pop the wheel, like, on his face and, like, ram it.
Give me a, let's go with directly engage a threat, please.
Okay.
He is literally just a guy. Hit him with
Hit
your
him
motorbike.
with your motorbike! Directly engage a threat. What is that one?
Plus danger.
Hey, does it have to be?
It has to be, unless you have
What if
something
we're
that
like
can change
really
it.
cool though, and we want to roll something else?
What if I
What if
want
we're really nice?
What
Yeah,
if I
we're, like, real-
what if I want to pull my punches? I don't at this point. It's not a
What if
pull
we're
punch.
very superior?
Well,
about it?
okay, then that's
We're very.
that's a 6, I guess, because I have a
Well,
-2 to danger.
Oh
Damn.
god.
Mark an experience, and as you rev up the motorbike, like seeing your your surrogate father figure, like, you know, busted and broken on, you know, you rev your motorbike, sending it, you know, careening towards him, and you see this figure just swipes his hand to the side, and the motorbike tumbles from underneath you, sending you kind of into a roll, and rolling off to the side. Alaya or Rally, do you want to do anything before this guy
I'm
reacts?
gonna rush over to my dad.
Okay. You rush over to your dad, and you see he is raggedly breathing. Like, it's kind of like short, like not rhythmic breaths, like not a consistent breath. Like, it's like he's like gasping for breath. His armor is broken. He looks very bruised. Like, half of his helmet has been broken off. You know, there is a fair amount of blood around him. He looks very messed up.
I think, like as he sort of as Rally approaches, he's like the top bit of his form is gonna sort of recede a little bit, just so like his actual eyes can see. As I don't think he can even really offer a, "Are you okay?" He's just gonna like let out a very like desperate like, "Dad."
And your dad just like looks like he's unconscious and just gasping for breath.
I'm gonna, I guess, use our comms to the others. What's the play? What do we do?
Alaya?
I have a move called All the Best Stuff. I'm assuming on the Skydock I would be familiar with at least some like medical first aid.
Yeah,
kit, something
yeah,
along the line.
absolutely. Yeah, there would
Okay,
be
cool.
there would be like emergency kits along the walls and stuff like that.
Sweet. In that case, that is an clean 8. And I have compiled caches of equipment and weaponry other supers have hidden in the city when I access say whose it is. I'm assuming it's like the cities.
Yeah, it would be like the city guards.
But yeah, I'm gonna try and get as much like medical supplies as I can, and run over and try to at least stabilize.
Okay.
To the best of my ability.
Okay.
And while I am doing this, I do want to try and make a small, like, force out of us, so that if anyone tries to come towards us, they will experience some resistance, and I would be able to like sense them a little.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you give me a comfort or support?
Yes, I can.
That is plus mundane.
Can I assist by using my mundane? Because it's actually like weirdly good.
It's a 5.
It's a 5.
Balls.
So what I'll give you all is you are able to assist with like some of the minor injuries and stuff like that, but what Rally's father has been injured with is beyond your medical expertise. He needs surgery. He needs a hospital. And as you're doing this, you see the armored figure as Lilac, you're kind of getting up and everything like that, turns to all of you, continuing to hold Gilly in one hand, and he goes, the final attraction has actually arrived. About time you all got here. I mean, a couple more minutes and these guys would have been, these surrogate father figures, so y'all would have been toast.
Let him go.
Oh,
No.
sure. And just drops, releases the grip. Gilly falls into a heap onto the ground, lets out a small groan as he hits the ground. He goes, well, I mean, these guys are going to be needing some medical assistance probably pretty soon. But before we get into the flying off the handle and to go save your father figures here, I just want to kind of cue you in on a few things. You might want to listen up, if that's all right.
We'll get on with it, I guess.
Oh, perfect. All right. Well, usually you're all so talkative. They're not going to bleed out by the time I finish this. But, so your day of reckoning has arrived, my friends here. We are going to be here to take over your job and to show the city how much frauds each and every one of you are, and how much of a fraud the government is and the counselors. I mean, too long has this city been under the rule of corruption, and we are here to wipe it out. And so, no hard feelings, but, we're going to be taking things from here.
Wipe it out by destroying innocent lives?
Innocent? You think you guys are innocent? You think they're innocent? Oh, no. None of you are innocent. None of you are innocent. There have been so many people affected across this city over the years by the government and their personal attack dogs. I mean, heroes that they have. And so we're here to make you pay, and we're here to set things right and to set this city free from all of the corruption and everything from over the years. So now, as I said, your old buddies here are probably going to need medical assistance. So we're going to give you a test. We're going to put you to the test. And see if you can stack up to your reputation before we take over. So you're gonna want to get these guys to the hospital pretty soon because they're gonna bleed out pretty soon. We also left a gift for you in the marketplace. It's a very populated area. You might want to stop things from getting a little explosive down there. And the third option is you could stay and fight any one of us. And as he gestures us, you see out of the smoke kind of coming in a semicircle around you are 6 other figures that kind of basically take up placements in a semicircle. You see to the far left, you see this maybe like 6'5", 6'6" man with a high pompadour, like brunette pompadour, these flecks of gold in his eyes, in this kind of very classic knight paladin armor that is gray and gold in detail, kind of coming up to his neck, just with his arms crossed, not even really regarding all of you, kind of saddles up. You see a very small, like he's like 5 feet, 5'2" maybe, kind of this little boy kind of comes out I say boy, he's a teenager, in this like red smoking jacket and suit and tie. Kind of does like the L sit, where he's sitting on his toes with his elbows resting on his legs. He's got this blue hair and these piercing red eyes, just kind of looking hungrily at all of you. Licks his lips a little bit, like staring at all of you, kind of taking each and every one of you in. On the other side, this woman steps out of the smoke in this like very regal, like queen's armor. Like it's this golden armor that is adorned with jewels and precious metals, and it's very gaudy. It's very over the top. It screams, "I have wealth." And she has this big golden crown upon her head with this red gem in the center, flowing brunette, kind of like dirty blonde hair flowing down. We see one more walks out from that side. We see this younger man, like shaggy blonde hair, sunglasses, the least like battle ready looking one of all of them. He's in this like orange winter coat with the kind of like the white fur collar, an open white like deep V-neck, and he's just smoking a cigarette as he saddles out slowly. And then the final two figures that step out of the smoke that take up position on either side, the left and the right of the blue figure in the middle. You see a woman step out in this very like high-tech black armor with these green lines running through them, these green like neon detailing running through them. Her long black hair tied up in a high and tight ponytail, and she has these piercing green eyes. You would recognize her as Yasmina, as she steps out of the smoke to take up residence next to the figure in blue. And then coming up on the other side in very similar armor, except the front is a little bit more deep cut, and the collar is a lot higher, and except the detailing is purple. You would see Yasmin step out with this kind of purple glow stepping out from the sides. As they take up residence next to this figure in the middle, they go, the figure in blue goes, "You can fight any one of us, and we'll tell you how to get Nethyra back if you win, of course."
I think at this point, Rally has been like uncharacteristically quiet, but since Alaya is essentially right next to them, you see that at the mention of Nethyra, there's this like sudden shift, and his suit almost seems to react to it as it like sort of pulses outward and like crawls along his own skin, essentially, as like there is that sudden like sharpness to it.
Well, you have a decision to make, and I would make it quickly.
How are we supposed to trust you?
How are you supposed to trust me? Trust what?
He's given us nothing to trust. Alaya,
I just suggest that you hurry. And you see in his hand, you see this metallic spear appears as he stabs down into Gilly's chest. And he goes, "Hurry," and like releases the spear, leaving it in Gilly's chest, and takes a step backwards.
Alaya,
Run to Gilly's side.
Can you get him and Jonathan to the hospital?
On it, and I will go and try and teleport both of them to the hospital along with me.
With your glove, it's effortless. I won't even make you roll for it. With your glove, you're able to control your
I am
teleportation.
so in love with my boyfriend.
Let's go.
You're able to very easily kind of whoop and get them to, or make your way to the hospital. Okay, and then I'll circle back to you in just a second. What is that?
Lilac's gonna look to Rally in that moment and then go, "The bomb. What do you want to do? Because I need to get it."
I can stay. You're faster than me.
All right.
Go deal with the bomb. I'll handle this.
Okay, good. You handle it. I'll be back in a moment.
And you're zipping away?
Yeah, she's zipping off.
And then Rally, you're standing your ground?
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna start with Alaya. So Alaya, you portal into the ER essentially of the hospital, and immediately like doctors are around you and they go like, what's going on?
He has a spear in him. I'm not sure the kind, and they need help. They need help. They'll probably need surgery.
Okay. And you see they immediately like start like kind of like getting stretchers and getting things to begin to wheel them into a room. Now you would know Gilly's secret, but Gilly's secret is not public knowledge. You would know that Gilly is a dragon. And so you see basically the doctors have got Jonathan onto a stretcher and they're beginning to wheel Jonathan into a room, and they got Gilly on a stretcher. What do you do?
Oh god, normally Jonathan would be the only one to heal Gilly.
Oh no. Oh no.
I insist on going with Gilly.
The doctors, because of who you are, the doctors don't even question it.
Okay.
Because of your status as an official hero, they don't even question it.
Trying to think of God, what to do. Normally he would know what to do. I will text Dia. I'll text my mom and just let her know the hospital and say Gilly in trouble. And then the only other person with medical knowledge who knows is Rally's mom, right?
She's in jail.
I'm gonna wait for. I know. I'm gonna wait for
jail.
Dia. I'll wait for Dia to get here and try and keep track because I need someone at Gilly's side at all times. But once Dia gets here, my plan is to try and teleport over to the jail and request an audience with her. An audience request time with her, because none of these doctors would know how to move forward with him.
Okay.
But she might.
Okay.
If I tell her the basics of what's going on.
Got it. Okay.
Spear.
I'm not gonna break her out or anything.
Got
I'm just I'm not gonna take.
Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Your message, you literally get like a thumbs up from Dia, which you know, like somewhere in the distance, a roar of like this world's equivalent to a Mustang's engine is off as Dia's gonna
My
be
mom is
basically
so
making
cool.
their
I
way.
was gonna say your mom's so cool.
We're gonna cut now back up to the sky dock, you know, Rally, you are now standing before these 7 figures, and the blue figure goes, well, which one of us do you want to fight?
So out of this, could I make the assumption, like, so I know that Yasmin and Yasmina, they were like among the missing. Do I recognize any of these other people?
You'd recognize them in like in the basically like the sense that like were other students, at least the ones that you can see their faces. Go ahead and give me Pierce the Mask.
Okay. Which one is that again?
And you're gonna add mundane to Pierce the Mask.
Got it. I got an 8 total.
An 8. So you can ask you can ask one question. What do you intend to do? How could I get you to flank? How could I gain influence over you? What are you really planning? What do you want me to do? And also, you know, like always, you can flex if there's another question that you want to ask.
I would like to... I think my concern is not the others, but rather... Mabel mentioned that they had gone looking for Erevan, so is the masked figure Erevan?
So, watching what he did to Lilac's motorcycle, the context clues of, you know, like Yasmin and Yasmina, along with these other students, all missing, and Erevan from graduation. Gilly and Jonathan had gone to find Erevan. This figure's in blue. The like you're kind of put together the context clues.
Doesn't take me nearly as long as when I tried to discover what my own powers were. I sort of crawl my way out of the crater that my dad was in, sort of looking over my shoulder at what I'm assuming is like a pile of like dried blood. I'm going to start like thumbing through my deck and take out 6 cards, and I'm going to look at what I assume to be Erevan and say, I really thought we were friends, and I thought we were family, and you can't even look me in the eyes. At least not really.
You're a lot sharper than people give you credit for. As he clicks his helmet, and there's this kind of pop hiss as he pulls that like big that horned blue helmet off of his head, and you would see Erevan underneath the mask. And he looks like the friend you had, except now he has these black veins that spider up his neck and onto his face, and on one side they spider up into his eye, and you see that eye, which used to be this piercing blue, is now this like deep red color. As he's like looking at you, and he goes, "We are friends, Rally, which is why I want to give you an offer, a chance. You can join us, help us liberate the city, expose your friends, and expose this government for what it is, and we can be free. You can join us. That's why I'm going to give you a chance, because we were friends. But we have a job to do, Rally."
I think he's gonna like look at all the destruction around him, and he's gonna look over what he, in his mind, is still one of his, if not his best friend. And I think there's just a tiny part of him that breaks, and he's going to throw down all 6 cards, and what pops up behind him are essentially ink clones of each individual previous rally form. So you have Titan, you have like, I forgot the other names. I'm pretty sure one of them was like Malevolence or something like that. But you have like all the individual forms, save for Seraph, which was the healer. And I think he takes a little bit longer than most people would be comfortable with as he mulls over the choice. And he looks over at Erevan, and then back up to Titan, and says, "Sick him," as he has all of them charge.
Okay. All right, we're gonna cut then to Lilac. So Lilac, you're zipping through the city. You zip down into Gentown, into the market square, and you see it's a normal busy day. You see there are tons of people milling about, lots of market stalls open, people just going about the day.
I think she's immediately gonna comms Mabel, and kind of picture in the situation. Go, the villains up top. They said they've planted a bomb here. You think you can just give me a rundown of the area, scan out?
Yeah, absolutely. 1 second, and you hear the sound of like keyboards click-clacking. And she goes, there. It looks to be a strange energy signature coming from underneath one of the benches by the fountain.
Got it. Thank you. And she's gonna instantly kind of like dash over there, dip under, and look under the bench.
You see like a brown box, like a brown cardboard box that has been like taped up and is underneath that bench.
Shit. She's gonna pick it up and go, "Know anything about disarming bombs?"
I mean, I'd have to know what kind of bomb it is, unfortunately. But if we open it, we risk setting it off.
Exactly. All right, I'll just get it back up to the air docks. Maybe I can throw it far enough away.
Yeah, I mean, just make sure you don't jostle it too much so it doesn't, explode in your hands.
Oh, okay, right, got it.
Well, I had to tell you.
Nope, got it. Any other, literally any other idea you have, maybe?
When you do, just get it out to sea as far as you can so it doesn't damage the city, the external of the city, because we don't want a repeat of yeah, just get it as far away as you can.
Okay. And she's gonna like run, but she's running far more cautiously now and like holding the box as steadily as she can.
Can you give me a let's go with, give me an unleash your powers to carefully zip up the city with this bomb.
Okay, well, it's an 11 on the die. Let's see what I get to add to this. +2, 13.
+2, so 13. Yeah, I mean, it's easy. You have such control over your powers after the past 3 years that you're able to very carefully zip up the city without jostling the box. And then we're gonna shift one more time over to the hospital as Dio runs into the emergency room and runs up to you, Alaya, and goes, "What's going on? What do you need?"
Gilly is hurt, and so is Jonathan. And none of the doctors here know how to take care of Gilly. So I'm going to ask somebody who might.
Okay.
And I need you to stay in
Okay.
case something happens. Okay?
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, 100%.
Okay. I love you.
Love you too.
I'll be back.
Okay.
And I'm going to teleport up to the prison.
Okay.
And I'm not going directly into her like cell or anything.
Mhm.
I'm gonna try and keep this above board, and I'm just gonna say I need to speak with her immediately.
Once again, because of who you are, the officers are kind of like, yeah, I suppose so. It's still during visiting hours, okay. And you would see, they kind of put you in a booth, and you see they escort Rally's mom up to the window as she sits down. And she goes, what's going on?
Hi, doctor.
Hi.
I wish I was here under better circumstances.
Mhm.
I need your help.
Okay, is Rally okay?
Rally is fighting right now, but I'm sure he will be okay.
All right.
But Gilly, as you know, has different is different from
Yes.
some of us.
Yes.
And he's hurt currently, and he is in a hospital.
Okay.
And Jonathan can't help.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Well, here's what you need to do. Does he have any of the wounds? Does he have any like shrapnel or anything inside of him?
To my knowledge, I think some of it broke out when they
Okay.
did it, right?
Well, he's got the spear in him.
Yeah, he does have the sphere, a sphere currently in him.
Okay. Well, so the dragons, she says that in a very hushed tone, have a very powerful healing, basically metabolism. They are able to heal very quickly.
Uh-huh.
But if the weapon is still, if it's still in the wound, it won't heal. So that needs to get taken out of there, and then it just needs some time. And I suggest you keep people away from him temporarily, because he's going to need to have his magic. Normally, Jonathan would imbue him with some magic that would help heal him, but since you don't have that at the normal hospital,
Is there anybody else who could imbue him with some level of magic?
I mean, Mabel and Jackson have a basic understanding of how the machinery works at the Novelium. If you can get Gilly to the Novelium, they could handle it for you.
Okay. I'll let you know once your husband and son are okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I will teleport back, and I'm going to, on the comms, get Mabel and Jackson, and let them know, meet me at the Novelium if they're not already there.
They're like, we're prepping an operation room, and they begin to kind of just
sweet.
get things ready.
And I'm going to get Gilly over there as soon as possible and rejoin Rally.
Okay.
I am just pure next step right
Okay.
now.
All right,
Yeah,
so then you're just going, go. Got it.
Yeah, I am only, I can't sit and think about my emotions at the moment.
So you blip into the hospital, you grab Gilly, you blip back to the Novelium. You see Mabel and Jackson immediately begin to kind of work on Gilly, and then you blip back up top, and then with that we're going to cut back up top. So Rally, your clones charge forwards, and you see that figure in the orange jacket just kind of takes like an exhale of his cigarette and goes, "What a drag," and just flicks his fingers forward, and there's this wave of force that rolls across the skydock, ripping metal up, rolling, and you see your ink clones are splattered against the wall, and I need you to take a powerful blow, please.
Oh, okay. That is 6.
If I remember correctly, that is actually good.
Yeah,
that was good.
I'm good.
Yeah, you're able to kind of move, like you're able to kind of duck under something, like a car or some rubble or something, as this wave of force rolls across, just destroying all of your clones, leaving just you facing down these 7 figures before you.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, that feels like cheating.
Well, we're just stronger, Rally. It's okay. And hey, if you join us, you get stronger too.
I think he's sort of dragging his feet a little bit as he's walking over, because he's sort of resolved himself already that he needs to do this. And he's just gonna like very gently touch the like flower symbol on his chest, encircled by the two like the tin can phone and the string. He says, "I'm already as strong as I need to be." As he's gonna charge up and he's just gonna try to like hit him, I guess.
Yeah.
He's gonna shift his like, he's gonna take another card and then summon a sword, and he's gonna try to like, I guess, attack him, do any sort of damage while trying to avoid the others, but he's mostly just focused on Erevan right now.
You mean directly engage a threat.
Ooh, got it.
That's plus danger.
Oh, joy. Do I have any fun abilities that help me in this scenario? I do not. That's great. Ooh, that's really good. That's plus danger? That's a 12. I have no plus
12.
danger.
So you get to pick two. Resist or avoid their blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, impress, surprise, or frighten your opponent.
I want to resist or avoid their blows because I know he's about to pull some shit. And then when it says something, does it have to be a physical something, or could I be like, I get him to like share some information with me?
Yeah, take something from them could translate as that. Yeah.
Okay. Nah, actually, for flavor, I want to do impress or surprise.
Okay.
I kind of want to. After that line, I feel like I deserve an impressive surprise, so I'll do that and resist or avoid their blows.
Yeah, they're basically, as you approach, you would hear this twisting of metal noise beneath you as this spike of metal comes up to the floor, and you're able to basically move out of the way as the spike kind of pierces your shoulder, but it's extra ink that you created there as you resist and avoid this blow. And Erevan just kind of gives like a as your sword connects with him, kind of hits the side of his body. And I think at this point would be when Lilac, you speed up to the docks and you see Erevan is the one in the blue armor, and he's currently fighting Rally. As you speed up, bomb under your shoulder, under your elbow.
I think she's gonna, in that split moment, she's kind of stunned for a second. She had all this momentum, she's slightly stunned. And she looks at Rally fighting him and looks down to the bottom of her hands, and I think she's going to see, she's not that close to him. She'll instead, her first thought is just get the bomb out of there at that point. So I want her to basically just like use her super strength to just yeet it as far as she possibly can.
Off the edge of the city.
Oh, and like air manipulation it like a supernova yeet.
Okay. Give me a unleash your powers, please.
6 + 4 + 2, 12.
Damn, yeah. This, like a football, goes off into the distance. And you kind of brace yourself for the inevitable, like what this should explode. And then you just see this pop of sparks come out of the box as it falls into the ocean.
I think she was like breathing heavily, and then as soon as that happens, she's almost just annoyed. She's almost like, "Are you fucking serious?"
And you see the shortest of the seven is kind of just laughing his ass off. As you were so dramatically throwing this away, and it's just like, and I think at that point, that's when a portal would open, and Alaya, you would arrive back onto the sky dock with the three of you now facing down the seven.
Am I still stood next to him, like as I'm fighting him, or?
I was gonna see what Alaya was gonna do when they arrived, and then I was gonna talk about it. You're good.
Upon my arrival, I did not catch the actual like lack of explosion. I'm just hearing the laughing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You see, there is a very annoyed Lilac standing near the edge of the city, while this short guy in the red coat is just pointing and laughing at her, while Rally and Erevan are trading blows. Well, you would now also see Erevan was the one in the armor.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to try and, as they're trading blows, my immediate response is I need to subdue Erevan because I don't want to hurt him, but I want to stop him from kicking Rally's ass.
That's a fair point. Help.
And I'll shout out to Lilac, what happened? And on Erevan at the same time.
All right, unleash your powers.
Oh. Okay. 9. Lucky.
9.
Yeah.
So I'm
I have
gonna.
a +3 freak 8.
Dang. So for unleash your powers, let's see. So you throw out. I'm assuming you're using your gravity to kind of shove him down.
Yeah.
So your gravity like shoves him down, and you feel it. Your gravity take hold of Erevan. In Rally, you would see like the ground around Erevan kind of like crater down as you see he kind of hunches over for a moment. As you know, you're holding him down. But Alaya, you feel something you haven't felt before with this, because normally you've been able, like, you were able to put your dad, you know, to the ground with this. You were able to like put, you know, the patron down with this, like, and you feel a pushback to your gravity. As Rally would see the floor under Erevan continue to kind of tent back up, where it had cratered down. You see the floor is pushing back up. And Erevan would extend a hand, and I need to roll something real quick. Okay.
And then he gives up because we're really cool.
We're so cool.
And
We're
Alaya,
friends. Please don't hurt me.
Alaya, you would feel your breath catching your throat. You would feel this intense headache begin to ring through basically your temples, and you can't move. Your body is frozen in place as you hear like your own heartbeat in your ears as you are frozen in place.
What?
As Erevan extends his hand forward, and he looks to Rally and he goes, I got a few new tricks. And he twists his hand like this, and you feel something pop in your head. And you feel your gravity release from Erevan. And you have this piercing, screaming headache. What do you do?
I think. Can I speak at all, or am I still frozen?
After the pop, you fall to the ground just gasping for breath. And you are able to move your own body again.
Okay, in response to this like piercing headache, I start to just like half scream, half groan, in that like okay, and I'll try and get back up, and as I am, I'm going to try to push Erevan back down to see like what just happened, if it's like a minuscule little blip, or what happens when I do try and use my powers. Do I feel any...
You do what you've done like you know, clockwork for the past 3 years, and you feel nothing. You extend your hand to use your gravity powers, but nothing comes. And go ahead.
Go over comms, and I'll just say, something's wrong. I don't have my powers. I need help, please. And I am saying that on the channel over our comms that reaches everybody, so everyone can hear. I'm not hitting a specific person.
Okay. Rally and Lilac, what do you do?
You'll go first.
Go ahead.
No, because you're next to him.
Fair. I think in response to seeing that, there's a further part of Rally that is just pushed deeper and deeper into seeing red, as he sees like somebody he's very close with topple over in pain, and he's gonna take the sword he was using and snap it in half, and that's going to shift the ink into these like sort of Nemean cestus type weapons, these like huge gauntlets, and he's just gonna start like trying to pound or like just Erevan like into the dust. And he's hasn't originally he was like, you know, bantering with Erevan, be like, haha, this is fun. And like asking about like where Nethyra is, but now all he can do is scream, "What did you do?" as he just keeps like just wailing on him to the best of his abilities.
Okay. And Lilac, what are you doing? While you see Rally begin to throw hands with Erevan, Alaya has collapsed to the ground, said they need help. What do you do?
I think she's gonna dash over to Alaya's side, like kneel down beside her, hand on her shoulder, and just say, "What's happened? What's wrong?"
I can't do anything.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I can't do anything. My powers are gone. I can't do anything. I can't protect you.
It's okay. It's okay. She's gonna, I think, move Alaya over to like somewhere where there's maybe a bit more shelter, or like cover. I think she'll just pick her up and like dash her there, and then put her down and just go, "Stay here for now, okay?"
Okay. And as I'm assuming you start to head off back to a fight. As you start to do that, Alaya goes to reach down for her daggers and feels them, and they are metal. And she realizes she truly has nothing that she can do in this moment. And she remembers how the first person to teach her how to use these daggers and to develop this technique she had of manipulating gravity to get a perfect aim was Erevan. And she is just completely powerless.
And so you're over at, you know, this kind of more sheltered area. Lilac, you begin to dash back, and Rally, as you're harrowing Blue with these blows, you see he's not like throwing attacks back at you. He's just either taking them or like dodging them. And then I need you to take a powerful blow for me.
Oh joy. For flavor, because I don't know how well this is gonna go for me. Oh god. That's a 9. So for flavor, I think as he's like hitting Blue, he's just gonna be like yelling, "What did you do?" And then finally fight back. "Why won't you fight back?" As he just is lost in it.
And then you feel this piercing pain in your chest. As you look down and you see Erevan's fist kind of just pressed up against your chest, and you see a blade is emerging from the top of the wrist that is now sticking out your back. And he goes, "Because it'd be too easy." And as he pulls the blade back out, you're going to take 2 harm as he throws you to the ground with the ink kind of splattering across from your suit mixed in. And you see Erevan look at his blade, Lilac, as you approach. He looks at his blade, and he looks to Rally. And I need Rally, Alaya, and Lilac to make me a Pierce the Mask roll.
Oh, for goodness sake. A 3.
6.
6.
Like a wait, so that's mundane, right?
Yeah, that's mundane.
9.
There's a look of confusion on his face as he looks at Rally and looks at his sword. But Lilac, you this confusion gives you an opening. What do you do?
I think she's going to is Rally still on the sword, or is he now on the floor?
He's thrown Rally off the sword. After he said it was too easy, he pulled the sword out and like threw Rally backwards to the ground.
I think she's going to like phase forward into his space and like grab the top of his gorget and like just grip it so tightly that like I feel like her fingers would probably dent slightly as she kind of like pulls him closer, and she's like, "What are you thinking?"
What am I thinking? I'm getting justice. True justice for this city and for its people, unlike you.
I don't understand.
Of course you don't. You've never understood. You've always just done what everyone else has told you and gotten other people to do your dirty work. So of course you don't understand. But every single one, and he hasn't moved your hand. He's letting you grab his armor. And he's like, every single one of us are here because of every single one of you. And your irresponsibility. And your carelessness with your gifts. And we are here to collect your karmatic justice.
Big talk for someone who never takes the consequences for his actions.
Well, you could say I'm turning over a new leaf.
Mm-hmm. Same
And at
thing you
least I
said when we
admit
broke
my
up, huh?
mistakes. Yeah. But, you know, that was the first day of a new life for me.
Yeah.
Freedom.
It's not doing you wonders. I feel like she's gonna shove him back at that point.
I think it's doing me just fine. As I need you to, I know I'm gonna say take a powerful blow, and you're gonna change it to your.
I
to your
am. Wow.
I know.
Yeah.
I can anticipate.
Wow. I'm going to use my ability of never give up, never surrender.
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck! I threw the dice. I threw them down. They just bounced. All right, new dice. Let's go. Okay, so that's a 4 and a 4, which is an 8, plus my savior, which makes that an 11, which means that on a hit I can stand strong and choose one. So I either get an opportunity or an opening. I rally from the hit and inspires the team, or I keep my attacker's attention. I'll get an opportunity, I think.
Okay. Yeah. He basically throws a punch that he's thrown at you probably, hundreds of times when the two of you have trained before. And as you block it again, like you have done 1,000 times before, I will tell you that as you block it, you feel your bones reverberate a little bit. Like this is stronger than he's ever hit you before. And the opportunity that I'll give you is as he hits you with, an intent to kill or an intent to maim. You can see his like just a flash of something on his face. Like there's an opportunity there. There's something there.
Can I try and piss the mask again?
Please go for it. Yeah.
A 6 plus 4, a 10, minus 2, but it's an 8.
Yeah. So it's an 8 total.
Yeah.
Go ahead and ask your question. You can either pick one from the list, or you can come up with something.
Oh, okay. Does he want to do this?
As the fist connects with you, and you saw him stab Rally, his best friend, and now he threw a punch at you that could have taken your head off if you didn't block it. As it connects with you for that split second when it collided with you, you saw the red eye kind of falter for a second. Like it flashed to blue for a moment. So there's doubt, but as you block it, it's very quickly replaced by this overwhelming rage that then fills his face. As he then basically throws a hand downwards and pulls basically the metal up to kind of separate the two of you to get you out of his face. As he kind of jumps backwards to rejoin the 7 people, or the other 6 behind him.
She'll slide back to grab Rally and kind of pull him back.
Since you're the closest person to him, you would hear him just sort of mumble, "Fight! We need to get her back."
What do you know of Nethyra?
Oh, well, the terms of the deal. You gotta beat us to learn that. But we could show you. We could tell you how to get her back, but you gotta fight us. And don't worry, we're not gonna kill. The plan isn't to kill you today. It's just to rough you up a bit. And we want you to crawl to us when it's time. After we've taken everything. Then, only then will we allow you to die.